What the heck? This shouldn't be scheduled. Why is this scheduled? Hey, can you do me a favor when you're done with that? Can you go on YouTube to my channel and see if it's even showing a live stream? It's showing on mine, but I don't know if that's signed in. Oh, wait, never mind.
Got it?
Yeah, it works. They changed everything like on the stream setup and it's all weird now and I have no idea that it works. Bailey's here, the tech mechanic is here. Okay, so I'm going to start by working on a board that has been giving me a hard time prior. I've already been working on it. Liquid damaged, PP bus was low, it was like 2 volts or something. I replaced the ISL. Replaced the ISL, replaced the Q7130 because that had corrosion on it, and it's the same thing. There's no short. So what my theory is we have some corrosion on these MOSFETs right here. See how there's like stuff under it? Now, that's not flux. So what I'm kind of thinking is that one of these chips failed and is intermittently pulling down PP bus when they're on. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove those and see if it works, and just go from there. So I'm going to plug in the DC in board and I'm going to show you guys that it's low on camera. And I finally have my good meter back from FLIR. And what's funny is they said that there was nothing wrong with it and now it works perfectly. So here's our meter. Let's put this in view. Come on, stay. Oh well. Alright, you guys can see that there. It's good enough. Need my charger. And 2 volts. Now normally when it's low like this, there's a short, but there's no short here. See, that's okay. 500 ohms is too low. No, maybe not. It's going up. How's the weather in Palmdale? Someone says cold and rainy. So what my theory is there's something that is pulling down PP bus G3 hot when it turns on. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is replace. I'm not going to replace it. I'm just going to remove these and see if the voltage goes up. It's not going to hurt anything by removing it. It's just going to take it out of the circuit. So let's go ahead and do that now. First things first is these FETs right here. I'm going to take off both of them. 100 degrees Celsius is not going to do it, so let's turn it up. My first suspect is this one, and this is relatively concerning because if this failed, the PCH might have gotten a spike and caused it to fail. And what the heck? My power strip just shut off. Okay, I tripped the breaker. Take 2. Let this cool down. So we could safely start the board of this. Obviously it's not going to work, but it will. Our voltage should go up. And you see there was corrosion there. Not on that one, but I kind of think this one might have been suspect. Now if this does not work, and that guy out there looks really shady. I don't know what the heck he's doing. What I'm going to do next, if this doesn't work, is go ahead and replace everything around here around the ISL, which I really don't want to do. Okay, the board should be cool now, so let's go back to this view. Alright, plug it in. Back to voltage mode. And it's now 8.59 volts, so my theory was indeed correct. So see here, we didn't have a short, but something was intermittently pulling too much power. Now another thing this could be is a shorted PCH pulling it down. So our PCH may be shorted, and that may be causing the issue as well. Let's hope not. That would make me sad because I don't want to have a dead CPU. So let's go ahead, put some new FETs on there, and see if it works. Turn on my fume extractor. Find a board that I have not already stolen those components off of. This one had a dead CPU, so I don't want to use that because those are probably bad. This one also has a CPU on it, but this one looks okay. Okay. Get some flux. And only 15 people, so most likely the new YouTube interface did not send out notifications, as usual. Okay, wick. Good enough. Oh, so people are getting notifications. Someone says, let him think they didn't know, don't make him feel bad during the holiday. No, I really don't care. I really don't care if people watch this stuff or not. I say that because when on my phone, the notification will come through like 15 minutes late. That's why normally it will show up like later. At least for some people. I've had mixed. Some people say they get it, some people don't. I have a strange feeling our PCH is going to be dead, unfortunately. What happened? Probably on the way. Okay, so the board is extremely hot right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the fume extractor just to cool it down a bit. Usually with air passing over it, that will cool it down somewhat. I'm going to clean this all up, and we will test the board. Hopefully it'll work. Rob Brown is here. Just in time to watch me get a dead CPU, probably. Okay, let's see. What is resistance to ground on PCH? 130 ohms. This may be fine. Handspin. Where's my T5? Did you steal my T5? Yeah, I thought so. No, I'm good. Thank you, though. So this is fixed, and my theory was correct. No dead CPU either. Yes, nobody call NL here. I have a 12-inch MacBook next that does not turn on, and I'm hoping that will be U4700. And if an L shows up, it's not going to be U4700. I like the display on that VOMY. You mean the meter? Yes, meter is cool. Has thermal too. Check this out. I just got it back. So here's the thing. They said it was working perfectly. So what I figured, what it was doing with me, is the resistance would be off, and if I would mess with the leads, it would work right. So what I figured on these needle leads, these were too thin. They weren't snug in the thing. So what I did is I got some Kapton tape and wrapped it around the leads, and it works fine now. So it was that. Oh well. We'll see, but yeah, I like this. It's a good meter. So this needs to get ultrasonicked. Yeah, so I wasted all this time replacing ISL and everything, and I should have just replaced those corroded FETs. Here's why I didn't. These FETs can be corroded and they always work, so I didn't think of to replace them first because they usually don't go bad. My shoe is untied, so I better take care of that before I trip and fall and break my neck. Cam says I broke my multimeter. No, I didn't break it. We'll say this, Fleer's service and warranty department was just excellent. And Sarah says, a whopping 4 days off, I'm shocked and amazed. Last year I did that. I lasted 2 days and then I went back to work. I don't think I'll take 4 days off. I'm gonna try, but I don't think I will. Oh shoot. Customer label. Oops. Nobody rewind. Tim broke his bank on new truck. Not really. Okay, screws are already removed. These almost always have dead CPUs. But it's for data recovery and I don't remember how to open this. I seldom take time off. I go stir crazy. Yes, I am the same exact way. Like I said, I'll try for 4 days, but it's probably not going to happen. I'm probably gonna come in on, who knows, probably. I have to come in on Friday anyway for a package. I wasn't gonna plan on working, but who knows? Who are we kidding? I don't remember how to open this darn 12-inch MacBook. I don't like having too much time off. I usually get to sleep in and wake without an alarm. I'm fine to work every day. Yeah, I'm the same way, but I usually set my alarm. There, finally. Okay, now, these have traps. Many of you guys know these have traps. So when you open these, you gotta tilt the lid up and carefully unplug the trackpad cable, or else you will have a very bad day. It's hard to see, but look at this. Okay? It's a hidden trap. It is literally a hidden trap. And the screen. So one thing to do before you work on it, there's a little battery disconnect thing. It's hard to see that, but there's a battery disconnect thing. Gotta press and hold that. So it cuts power off of everything, and then it'll need an SMC reset or plug in the charger to work again. And tilt this. I hate working on these things. They suck so bad. Okay, this is off. Next, the screen cable. There's a little flap that comes up, and it's stuck to this. That's out. Then the USB-C cable. Hey, can I borrow the Phillips real quick? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this will work. Thank you. I had the misfortune of having to open one of those and nearly broke the cable. These things, they suck. Now, Sarah, curious, was this at work or was this on the side for someone? I hope it was on the side. Is the assistant there? Yes, she is. Get many of those with bad batteries in the last year. Yes, but the thing is, it's not worth servicing this because the CPU is going to die in a month anyway. Had some loose screw rattling around in there. Was that from Apple's repair facility that had the loose screw rattling around? If so, that wouldn't surprise me. Take this board out real quick. This does have U4700, so maybe we'll get lucky. Can we say hello? YouTube chat says hello. Amherst.
Huh?
YouTube chat says hello.
Oh, tell them I said hello. Enjoying
I know. She's eating lunch, but she said hello to everybody. Okay. So let's talk about these. Very common CPU. Very, very, very common CPU fails on these. Another very common fault is U4700, and if it's U4700, we should have low resistance on PP3v3, AON something or other. So this is an 8200045, and I'm going to pull up the board view for this, and we're going to check resistance on PP3v3 underscore AON, and I have U4700 chips here, but I don't know where, so we may not even get to this if I can't find my chips. So 0045 board view. It was Apple authorized. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Rico is here. He says, keep up the good work. Same to you, Rico. Okay, so PP3v3 AON somewhere here. PP3v3 R3v0 AON is going to show up on C4700, which is right here. And in resistance mode, this is OL, which means it's the CPU, most likely. And CPU failure on 12-inch is no surprise. $474 kilo ohms to ground. Yeah. Let's plug it in. Let's see if the CPU gets warm. If the CPU gets warm on it, then yeah, it's trash. If it doesn't get warm, then I'll troubleshoot further. But if the CPU gets warm, then yeah, this is garbage. And unfortunately, your data's gone because soldered on SSD. Board that lasts a year. No, please, nobody buy one of these. Like, Sarah says her friend really wants one of these. Sarah's friend, do not buy one of these. It is a piece of junk. It should belongs in the trash. Terrible. Is an L lurking in the chat? Probably. Okay. Top case. Screen, just in case it turns on. Who cares? It's not going to turn on. We'll just plug it in. How do you feel about rehotting CPU to get data only? Sometimes it works. We're going to try that. But 100 Celsius for like... Have you ever thought of changing the CPU? The issue with these is it's a two-piece CPU. It's a real pain to remove and get on properly. So yeah, no CPU replacements on these. What's a model again? This is an A1534, I think. Okay, so screen's plugged in. We don't need trackpad cable. So what we can do is heat it up a little bit and see if it'll work again. There are no fans in this. No, there's no fans, and it's just a little tiny plate over the heats at the CPU that keeps it, that attempts to keep it cool. I will show you in a second. But yes, no fans. Let's see, 20 volts and 0.14 milliamps. Wait a second, 0.14 milliamps. 0.13. No, it's a Core M. That's probably right. Let's just wait and see. CPU gets hot. Let's see. Can I pull the board up? So, huh? No. After. Yeah, it goes after. Alright, I'm going to turn on my thermal and see if anything's getting warm. And this may actually have a fighting chance because the CPU is not warm. What is warm is something over here. Oh boy, that looks like the NAND or something that's shorted. And if that is the NAND that is shorted, then yeah, rest in peace. Let's see. Let's unplug it. Okay, so we know our CPU isn't getting warm. So this actually has a fighting chance. Not much of a chance, but has a chance. Okay, so whatever was getting warm was this chip right here. It's not the NAND. I think it's Wi-Fi. And so the heatsink on these is going to be right here. So this is the heatsink. This plate. That's all. It's just a little tiny aluminum plate. So this is what was getting hot right here. Alright, I need to take a FLIR image of that. So let's plug the board in. Because that shouldn't be even turning on if it's not CPU isn't turning on. So I need to take out the USB-C port so I can... If that is Wi-Fi, we can just rip it off. like an appendix, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. It's not going to get any deader, so. I think you have to take the screen off to take the USB port off. So there's this. Then there's this. That's really bad. Any signs of a recall from Apple? Probably not. And they gotta have one machine they don't mark as recalled in the last. What is the processor they use on those? It is an Intel Core M. It is a tablet processor. It is not. This is an iPad. It's literally an iPad. It's an iPad with an Intel processor with a screen. This is the board, look. That's the board. I hate working on these, they suck. And the screens are a pain to take off too. I always feel like I'm going to crack the screen taking it off, and I probably will crack the screen. There we go, there's one side. That's all I need to get this out. And I'm going to snap it back in. Tim, maybe a dumb question. My sister's MacBook wouldn't boot, just shut down as it was trying, so I booted in safe mode. Then a message displayed something about panic. Did her MacBook have a kernel panic? Yes. What model is it, by the way? Is it a 2012 Retina or a 2010 A1286? If it's a MacBook Air, pray and hope it doesn't do it again. But yeah, that was a kernel panic. It was probably just a one-time thing. But if it's one of the common models that fails, then kernel panics related to hardware. They can be. It could be both hardware, software, drivers, all that. If it keeps doing it, what I would do, so depending on the model, if it's a 2012 A1398, 2012, 2013 A1398, then what you can do is resolder U8900. It's super easy to do. I did one this morning. I get a whole bunch of them. If it's a 2012, oh, it's a MacBook Air. Okay. In that case, hope it doesn't do it again. Because if it does do it again, is it a 2011 or 12 by chance? If it's a 2011 or 2012, that's probably PCH or something starting to fail. It could be SSD too. SSD is another one that would cause a kernel panic. Okay, so I need to determine what's getting hot right here. And wow, this is not the oh, no way. No way. I could not have got an easy one like this. It's this cap. It's this. It's you. Let's see if there's a short on that. Nobody call an L, because if you call an L... Is that an iPhone? No, this is a MacBook. This is a piece of junk 12-inch MacBook. Alright, darn it, no short. I saw heat coming from right here. It's not from here. Was it just the coil? Okay, that's low. 129 ohms. Might be a 2012. Yeah, that's probably PCH. So 2013, 2013 through 2017, I mean, are kind of reliable. The 2012s are okay, but when they start to fail, they randomly crash. Okay, so I'm gonna put my meter under here. I mean my FLIR. Try and identify what's hot. And to me, that looks like this cap there. The cap is getting hot. I think it's the cap. Wait, no, it's not. Is it this coil? No, it's this cap. But with that cap being hot, it's just hard to tell. I'm gonna remove that cap and replace it. Maybe it's shorting. Let's check voltage on it. Maybe it's shorting only when it's on. I've seen caps do that. It's rare, but they sometimes short only when they're on. Let's see. Just texted Anel. I think Anel is mad at me for some reason. No. Okay, so that was 8.61 volts. That's not the issue. That's PP bus voltage. Okay, so what I'm thinking now, okay, maybe there's a short downstream. So this is PP bus voltage and it is normal. There's no, if there's a short on it, obviously it's not going to work. So 8.61 volts, it's steady. Do we get CPU V-core now? If we get V-core, this can go right in the trash. No V-core. No V-core is reassuring. VCCIO. Nope. Nothing. Or is there? No. Okay. So let's just look for any signs of anything being screwed up. I'm going to go ahead and replace U4700 too, if I have one. But first, I just want to look and see if there's any corrosion or anything random here. And I don't see that. It looks pretty darn clean. So another thing that can cause these not to turn on is going to be a short somewhere. So we know we have 20 volts. These two chips right here are common, but looks fine. I don't see anything in it. We have 20 volts on USB-C, so I don't think that's our issue. And I left a board in the ultrasonic for like the entire time of the stream, so I better take care of that. I forgot about that. Oh well. Let me look for U4700. Ah, they're right here. What do you know? They were in a drawer that said U4700 on it. Who would have thought that I would have put them in the right place? I never put stuff in the right place. Caps do get hot in the situations where current is rapidly changing. Yes, that is my next. If U4700 doesn't work, I'm going to suspect a rail on a short downstream. So the dot's there. Because it is possible there is a short downstream that is putting extra load on PP bus and causing our issue. And that very well may be the case. So I just want to check U4700 because it can troll us, and just want to make sure that we're not going to get trolled by it. So had two of these boards with dead CPUs. Lucky you. Only two. I've had more than 2 and I just burned myself with the hot air. Yes, and I don't need comments, and I'm shaking. I know very well that I'm shaking. Gonna save that chip just in case it was good. I'm cheap. I don't wanna. Why throw away a good chip? Check this out. New chip from the reel that has a bridge on it. Or thermal paste or something on it. What happened? It is, isn't it? Hang on one sec. Looks okay. Okay, what was that?
Does it come completely off?
No, so on this, right? Um, so all the screws are in and everything?
Yeah.
Cool. So you see this, like, plastic stuff right here?
Yeah. Okay.
There's
so just
adhesive.
that.
Yeah, peel it off and then just stick it on and line it up. This little cable thing goes on this side, so it lines up, like, right there. Corbin says, I don't trust the chip like that. Why? Looks fine to me. Okay, so the board isn't burning hot. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on, see what amp draw we get, see if it changes. Before we had close to nothing. It wouldn't be what I would expect from a short on an S5 rail. Maybe a short on a SO rail, maybe dead CPU, and 20 volts, 0.13 milliamps. So it's the same. Okay, so now we check, starting at PP5V S5, if there's a short and the voltage on it. So .5V underscore S5. PP5V S4. It doesn't have S5. And that will show up on L7510. Looks like on this side of the board. Where is that? Right here. Okay, so I'm gonna check for short here. No short. $65 ohms on this coil. What does this go to? PP1V. Okay, that's for SSD. That's fine. But this one. Okay, here we go. These have 0.6 ohms to ground right here. Oh, that's why, because that is ground. I'm stupid. Look what I was measuring right here. I'm dumb. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Let's plug it back in. Let's check voltage on PP5VS4. Maybe it'll be missing. .03 volts. And PP bus is, where is it? .61 volts, so PP5V S4 is missing. Which probably means that PM Sleep S4L is missing. And that means that this goes in the garbage. Surge. There's no S5 rails on these? Let's see, I gotta look at the schematic. Where are the power rails?
You want me to put it back or not yet?
The keyboard and everything, or the board? The board put new thermal paste on it. That's a T6. So you have the T6, right? Oh, no, wait, it's a Phillips. So you see the heatsink screws? They're silver. They look like the other ones. You know what a heatsink looks like. Take that off, clean it, and thermal paste. Alright, where is my power rail list? Okay. I need S5 rails. Does this have S5? It's gotta have S5 rails. Huh? Of course it does. It's right here. Look.
It's not this.
No, it's right here. So 3 screws?
Okay, it's this one. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I thought, but I'm not.
that's alright. Why is PM Sleep so difficult to fix? Because it comes from the CPU and it usually means the CPU is dead when it's missing. Wow, so this does not have... Okay, PP3V3S5. Let's check that. I'm being stupid. S5. And that will show up on... What happened? That's fine. The Phillips? Yes, I think I had that. Right here.
Thank you.
That one might be a little bit small. I don't know. You have the other one though, I think. Or did I steal that one?
I'll try this. No, this is gonna be it.
Okay.
Oh, this is.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it? You'll need it again to put it on. I'm not using it.
No, I have one. This
Oh, you do?
one's- yeah,
Okay.
this one's gonna
Okay, so the L7650 looks like right here, which is going to be above that BGA chip, and our CPU is hot. Wait, no, CPU isn't hot. My hands are cold, so it's hard to tell what's getting hot. So let me rotate the board the right way, because I have it a different way in the board view, and it's confusing me. Okay, where am I looking? I confused myself. Okay, right here. So my guess is PP3v3 S5 is going to be integrated into that. The power's going to come from this PMIC. Okay, and here we go. That is 0 volts, which could mean a dead PMIC. Hopefully not. Is it shorted? Not shorted. So how is PP3v3 S5 created on this board? It comes from the U7600, which is the PMIC for a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, does this have PM underscore sleep S5L? And that goes right to Alright, let's check if this is present, if the enable is present. I think this has a dead PMIC or CPU. If we have PM sleep S5L, okay, I could replace the PMIC. It's just gonna suck. What are you looking for? Oh, you got it? Okay, cool. And paper towel. I like to clean the die of the CPU with the paper towel. Yeah, you got it? Cool. Yeah. And then just make sure it's like really, really, really shiny.
Both the copper and the water.
Yeah. And Anel is here, so this definitely has a dead CPU now. Easy replace CPU, yeah, sure. Your definition of easy is very backwards. Okay, so R1460, which is going to be around here somewhere. R1460, so there's 2 caps, bigger one, and then there's this one right here for PM Sleep S5L. This sucks, I can't touch it. Zero volts, it's missing PM Sleep S5L. Lovely. So this is a dead CPU. So in this case, I just want to get the thing to turn up. Okay. Baltic Electronics says off-topic questions, but starting to stream some videos and looking for microphone. What can you suggest? Something? What do you use? I use the microphone that Lewis sent me. It is a Countryman E6, I believe, and the receiver is made by Shure. Shure, whatever it's called, I don't know. The transmitter is also made by that company. It's an expensive setup. Okay. Do not do this, please. Now, I'm doing this very carefully and controlled. Where is my T3 or T4? What happened? Yeah.
Just because it squeezes in it like that.
And do you have the thermal paste or do I?
I do.
Okay.
Oh shoot. It should not be like this. I don't know. It's probably flammable.
Huh? No, it's not flammable.
Okay.
It's just like water and carbon particles and stuff. Sometimes some thermal pastes have metal particles in it, but it's not flammable.
But the alcohol is.
Not really.
No?
I heat the alcohol with my hot air that outputs 500 volts at 500 degrees Celsius, so Yeah.
Did you get that?
I think someone sent that to me.
Maybe they have it like that. I don't know. But this is cool because that way I could just do that.
Yeah. Anel says do not reflow CPU. We're not reflowing the CPU. You just told someone not to. No, I told somebody don't do it at 300 Celsius. I'm going to heat this at like 120 Celsius for a couple minutes, and that should make it turn on again. And then in that case, it turns on, I make a clone of the drive, and end of story. We're done. I'm going to call the store. Go ahead and call the store. Here, if YouTube trolls are going to call, you can deal with that.
Who's gonna call?
Yeah. Also, take everything they say with a grain of salt because they're trolls. $120C or $200C? $120.
Carruthers?
Huh? What?
Carruthers?
Yeah. Remember, not too much, just a little bit down the center, but put enough on, you know what I mean? Okay, so what I'm going to do, 120 Celsius, that's not enough to hurt the CPU in any way. I'm just going to heat it up in hopes it'll turn on again and work. Show me how much you put on, I'm curious. Perfect. Yeah, that's excellent. You're learning well.
Huh?
I said you're learning well.
Thank you.
Okay, this feels very, very wrong doing this. It's at a low temperature though, it's not enough to hurt it. This nozzle sucks. I don't want a nozzle. It's not gonna heat it up quick enough.
Can I put them in now?
Huh? Yeah. Put the CD drive in and like that cross member thing in first, then the board last.
Okay.
Huh? Oh, it is? Okay, yeah, you can go home. I'll finish it. Thank you for your help. You got all the keyboard screws in, right? Perfect. That's all I needed. Yeah, I hate putting the keyboard screws in. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving and a long weekend. I will try.
You know what? I know you're streaming, but can I take this up really quick?
Huh? Yeah, of course. You printed the label, right?
Yeah, it's
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna let the CPU and board cool down. Put the heatsink back on. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. If it works, count yourself lucky. Is Tim actually rehiding a CPU? Yes, Tim just rehided a CPU. But it's temporary. It's for data recovery. Okay, can someone tell me why PM sleep should be present if CPU vCore is 0? Okay, so PM sleep S3, S4L, all of them are created by the PCH, which is integrated into the CPU die. So you see, like on these boards, how here's the CPU part of it, and this is the PCH part of it right here. CPU vCore is the core voltage, so the two cores that do all the processing, that's where vCore goes. There's a lot of other functions in the chip that get 3 volts and all kinds of other stuff. In order to work and do other things before it actually turns on. Okay. 520 volts. And we get the same milliamps. Try pressing coins on the CPU. I could jam something in it and let's see. Because it still doesn't work. It's missing PM sleep S5L. Alright, I'm going to put a lot of pressure on the board right here. Oh shoot, came unplugged.
Do you want some pizza?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm going to go home. Well, not home, but yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, I'll just get it. Have a good one, okay?
You too.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Okay, no, you didn't leave it, right?
Huh?
Did you leave it?
The pizza?
Yeah, I thought you said.
I'm gonna
Okay,
take it.
good.
Yeah. Have a good one.
You too. Tim, kick an L out before you start. Chances are way better. Yeah, because I didn't find PM Sleep S5L until after he got here. Or right when he got here. It's like the minute he comes in the chat, the CPU dies. Make sure of step 1 of board. Okay, so NL. Rewind in the video. There were shorted PCH MOSFETs pulling PP bus load to the PCH. And I replaced the MOSFETs and the thing worked. Speaking of that board, it's still in the darn ultrasonic. It's been here for like an hour in the ultrasonic because I keep forgetting about it. Oh well. It looks all gray now. I shouldn't be handling the Branson EC. I'm going to wash my hands, or wipe my hands down. And then okay, what was I doing? Because this is junk. I know this is junk. Yeah, so what I was going to do is try and Okay, I'm back. I am sorry. I had to take a phone call. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put pressure on the CPU again and try and plug this thing in. I guess I can plug it in, then really quickly I'm gonna put pressure on it, a ton of pressure on it, and it's not changing. So it's probably the CPU die itself. PM sleep S5L missing. Yeah, maybe I'll ultrasonic it, but yeah, this is trash. Don't buy a 12-inch. All right, well I'm gonna get out of here. I'm starving. I need to eat lunch and go to FedEx and do the other stuff. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Probably not until after Monday. But at least we fixed one. I was actually really happy that one board, because the Nell didn't show up, had shorted PCH MOSFETs, shorting PP bus to the PCH, changed the MOSFETs, and it worked. But, okay. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Have a good long weekend, and I will see you when I get back.